Welcome back to another episode of Movie Mayhem. As always, I'm Spanky.
I'm G.
Usual shout outs to Chucky's Playground, cool place to be. We
Yeah.
got the Metal Mat Podcast, got Chucky 115 Awesome. We got Simon 50 Shades of Grey with his Tiffany fanfic. Great stuff.
Yeah, he actually did post a chapter this time.
Oh, yeah. Some dick slapping material right there. But, so we're going to jump into this week's movie, which I'm hoping it's going to start a stint of movies for us that are kind of like nostalgic movies from our childhood, but not fucking like super mainstream ones. Like,
you're so hipster.
no, because it's like everybody's seen Disney movies. Everyone's seen, like, I'm trying to think of some other shit, but it's like there's a big set of movies that everyone has seen. And I want to step out of that realm because I know there's a lot of movies a lot of people haven't seen. So, this week...
This one being one of them for fucking good reason.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt. Like... but anyway, like, this movie is, you know, a fucking... Those who have seen it know it's a fucking monument of love from their childhood. And the movie we're talking about is from 1997, Star Kid. And the most well-known actor in this entire movie
is no one.
Danny Masterson, who plays Hyde from That 70s Show. He's in it for like 2 scenes. He was the boyfriend of the sister.
Oh, he did look familiar.
Yeah, and
Kevin, yeah.
And then the only other really notable person is his name is Joseph Mazzello, and he's the main character named Spencer. He is a 7th grader, and he is the kid from Jurassic Park. Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? But yeah, he's also he's the main friend in Simon Birch. Hint, hint, future reference maybe. He was one of the main characters in Radio Flyer. That's a great movie. I'm thinking
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen Radio Flyer.
It's a great movie.
What about Megan?
It's a kid. It has Elijah Wood in it. As a kid,
yeah.
We're gonna watch that. That's a good movie. Tom Hanks in it for a couple scenes. Other stuff he was in is like he was in the newest G.I. Joe as Mouse. He was in The Social Network. But he's most well known as being Tim from Jurassic Park. And the only other notable person is the science teacher, is Connie Borher or whatever. The only thing I can really point out that she is from is
Why is it that you know all these actors that nobody else on the fucking planet
she's from...
Any idea?
She's the main love interest in Revenge of the Nerds 4, Nerds in Love.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's in one of the Police Academy movies. She has a face that really looks familiar. She looks kind of dopey, though. But anyway, Star Kid, 1997. Pretty simple movie. It opens up with like a big alien battle. And as G described, you know, aliens coming out of a big vagina.
That is exactly what that fucking thing looks like, a big vagina.
And then It's like the aliens are overpowered. There's good aliens and the bad aliens. The bad aliens are so much bigger and stronger. And the good aliens have a secret weapon they ship off to get away from the evil aliens. And then it cuts to Spencer, who is a 7th grader, even though it says elementary school, and he's a 7th grader.
It could be Canadian, because in Canada you're in elementary school till the 8th grade.
But then, so, and it cuts to him getting bullied on the parking lot by Manfred. This is like real name, but his bully name is Turbo. It's fucking badass. And Spencer's kind of a dweeby kid. He's in the comic books. He gets bullied a lot. There's a girl he likes that he can't talk to. The fucking teacher pulls him in after class to like give him a talk about facing his fears. It came off like a real vibe, like she was gonna start touching his dick.
Like, no, there's no vibe of that.
Yeah, it was. She was like, "Why don't you sit on your desk and let me play with your pecker?" Like.
No, she's like, "Here, hold my big fucking spider while I get it water."
Yeah, she wanted to get his hands ready for when she made him jam them inside of her.
Oh my god! And then she's like, "My dad, when I was afraid of spiders, my dad gave me a big spider." That's fucking torture.
I think that story's used in a couple of movies, but so it keeps going with Spencer, and he has a sister who's kind of a cunt. The dad is like the typical busy business dad. And the mom is dead. And it shows him looking at a picture. The thing with these, you end up finding like out the mom died 2 years previous. But the picture they're holding of their memory, it looks like it was taken a week before.
Because it literally was.
Yeah, and like... So Spencer is just kind of chilling at home. The dad's out at work. The sister has to babysit him. And then he sees like a fucking shooting star meteoroid from space crash. And he follows it to a junkyard. That's where he discovers...
I didn't see that part. I just thought he was like going out for no reason.
No, he saw it, and that's what intrigued him. And he goes, and there's this big fucking butt plug in the trailer park that opens up, and there's this big cyber suit in there.
And the fucking suit is naked.
It has a butt.
It has, like, a really defined ass.
And he starts talking with the suit and interacting, and he finally steps inside of it. It's like the suit has... It's artificial intelligence, but it has a personality and stuff like that. And so most of the movie is them interacting. And they pay a visit to his bully, who is like, it's so typecasted. Like, the bully has a fucking, like, asshole mechanic father. Like, and they live in, like, some shitty trailer. And it's perfectly typecasted to be the family of the bully.
Yeah.
It's your stereotypical, like, 90s cliche there. And, you know, he fucks with the bully, and then he decides to go to the fair where his crush is with her 2 girlfriends.
One of them is very Asian and very... I want to run a successful t-shirt company.
I want to start a t-shirt company. Like, that's how she talks. And
Sound that.
What was that?
She didn't sound like that.
Luigi, Godzilla. And like, but so, and like the weapons on the cyber suit go off, and accidentally like shoots the ride that they're on, and they save and they're about to fall, and he catches them with the suit, and he's just like staring in there. And you could tell he's getting a fucking boner inside that suit. Like, as he's just looking at the fucking girl inside the ride.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh.
You've probably done the same.
And stuff like that, and they keep interacting, and he tries to figure out a way to hide him in his house, and there's a lot of like comedic scenes.
He fucking kills the house because he gets stuck in the fridge.
So a lot of it's like awkward, like interactions. He's not used to the suit, stuff like that, and
this is essentially like a ripoff of the Iron Giant. Is what this movie is.
Did this come out? When did the Iron Giant come out? Iron Giant came out after this, so you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, you better fuck yourself, okay?
Bitch! You're wrong. But anyway, it's just them interacting. There's comedic scenes like him in the kitchen ripping it apart on accident. And it gets kind of emotional during one scene because he's looking at the picture of his mom. And like the cyber suit can like tap into his like brain, and it plays back a memory of them fishing. We haven't gone fishing since. Just fucking cry like a little bitch, and like the kid's room is like a nerd's.
Your mom's dead.
The kid's room is like a comic book nerd's wet dream. But he has no alliance to either Marvel or DC. There's fucking people from both all over the place.
So what's wrong with that?
And his favorite comic book hero is the Midnight something.
Yeah, I think.
And and then from there, like after he rips apart the house, he decides he better go for like he better run away, and then he gets fucking food from a drive-thru, and the alien strips it of everything but the nutrients and makes him eat it. He interacts with the teacher, and then the main part of the movie comes in. There was one of the aliens that was attacking the home planet lands on Earth because they want to get the cyber suit so they can reverse engineer it and take over the universe. And there's
fake fast food places. Why do their food sound so much better than like real people?
A Nebula burger and some Saturn fries. But you saw the burger. It was like a fucking slider.
To you, that was enough to fill me up.
That thing
was only $4.
$4 for a fucking
$10 here.
For a fucking burger, fries, and a drink. You wouldn't even get that here. Unless you ordered strictly off the dollar menu and you're getting like the tiniest shit possible.
Yeah, well we don't even have a dollar menu. It's $1.89. That's typical value.
But so like he fights with the alien on and off. And the alien has like these weird bugs he can throw that tracks, and he can like remove parts of his body to make weapons. And they kind of fight in the teacher's house. And then the kid is scared. So after he is able to get away, he ditches the suit and goes back home, afraid. But he finally gets fed up, like nobody will believe him, no one wants to listen to him. So he runs away and decides to go back to the suit. And that's where the bully confronts him, because the bully finally realizes it was Spencer giving him shit. And then Spencer finally stands up to him and kicks his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Drops his shit. And they become friends, and like...
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? You don't become friends with your enemy.
Maybe they blew each other. Deleted scenes. But
in your fucking perfect world.
Perfect is perfect description for it. But they end up going to the junkyard where it originated, because the evil alien, because the suit can't move on its own. It needs a host to move it. So without Spencer, the suit's just standing there. The alien finds it and starts getting ready to take it back. And that's where Turbo and Spencer, they kind of run some distractions. So Spencer get in the suit. And then they fight. And the suit gets fucked up. Like, it's broken. It's not going to work anymore. It's pretty sad. It's like it dies. And But Spencer covers it up so the alien won't find it, and him and Turbo end up defeating the alien without the suit. By putting it in a fucking, like, metal...
And that scene went on for way too long. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, that was a long scene, but they crush it with a compactor. And then it's kind of sad because Spencer's standing over the cybersuit's body, which he calls Psy.
Don't leave me.
Fucking, I almost shed a tear. That shit was sad.
I knew you would.
Fuck
You're
you.
a fucking pussy when it comes to aliens and robots.
Oh, fuck you, you bitch. You evil twat. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You never had a cyber suit in your life. You don't know what it's like.
You don't know either.
Cyber suit. But anyway, he's kind of crying over it. And all of a sudden, like, the good aliens beam down. Like, and these aliens are, like, shorter. They're a little goofy looking.
Fucking knockoff Yoda comes down.
Yeah, and they start fixing the suit so he can move, and the suit kind of explains what went on, really short. And, you know, Spencer meets the suit's creator, and, you know, one of the aliens hops in the suit, and they're getting ready to leave, and Spencer says his goodbye. They do knuckles, and... like, they're about to leave, then, like, the one general of the aliens sees Spencer all mopey and walks up and gives him a fucking badge for his bravery.
That's fucking...
And it's all shot, like, I always wondered, is Spencer gonna go to school, and is he gonna go wear that shit to school the next day? Like...
you would. If you got a badge, you...
straight. Well, it's like in fucking Gran Torino when the one Toad... gets the medal from Clint Eastwood. It's the same fucking thing. But, and he goes away, and he's like, oh, we'll be friends forever, I'll miss you, and, you know, the aliens, the good aliens, if with the suit, they can help defeat the bad aliens and save the universe. Then it cuts to the next day at school. Spencer and Turbo are friends, and Turbo kind of, like, gives him a boost to go talk to the girl, because he always freezes up. Earlier in the movie, he went to talk to her. I did not know there was an actual Ben and Jerry's restaurant.
Yeah, I saw the Ben and Jerry's cup.
Well, it was, and the napkins too. Like, they were at an actual Ben and Jerry's.
You've never known of a Ben and Jerry's restaurant?
Nope.
They had one here where I live, like fucking 5 minutes away. No one ever went there because they charge you like $15.
I can imagine. But yeah, so Spencer gets the balls to go sit up and talk to the girl, and she gives him a comic book. And he has, you know, he just pretty much goes up there, sits up next to her, turns to her, and he's like, hey, that pussy ain't gonna eat itself. And she's like, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That is not what happened.
I like to imagine it is.
Hey, you're the night fucking rider or whatever.
How about I put my meat between your buns? You ever have a 7th grader shit on your chest? Like, that type of stuff. They were hitting it off. And then it ends, happy ending, all said and done.
And the Asian got her fucking t-shirt.
Oh, she's charging $8 a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's $8 a shirt. And the one bitch can't afford it. And, like...
you're gonna have to ask your parents to raise your allowance.
God damn. Spencer and his family, they're kind of a family again. I think the teacher and his dad are gonna start fucking, like usually in those movies where there's a dead parent.
I happening from the moment I found out that his fucking mom was dead.
Yep, and it's another cliche in those movies. One parent is dead. There is an adult the kid interacts with on a day-to-day basis of the opposite sex of their surviving parent. they get together.
Just Santa Claus 2.
Fucking Problem Child 2.
I've never seen that.
Oh, and then, yeah, so, and that's it. And as I said, this was a movie that it's like, you've heard of it, you haven't. It's fucking baller. It's just fucking deep piece of my heart. Of course, G doesn't like it. She doesn't like aliens.
It's not that I don't like aliens. It's just like, it's meh. It's just like,
Yeah.
meh.
Well, what do you call a cow with no feet?
Ground beef!
That's one of the jokes they tell in there.
Yeah, fucking 8 times. But
I think.
and at one point, Spencer calls Turbo because he has attention deficit disorder. And he definitely, like, that is not, no, that is not what attention deficit disorder is.
Yeah, when he's bullying him on the playground, it's like, geez, yeah.
Talk about attention deficit disorder.
So.
That would be, that, I'm surprised that movie's not fucking red banded now, because that could offend somebody.
Well, because it's not making fun of autism, which is the internet's new favorite insult. But, yeah, I see what you mean. But, I don't know. As far as this movie goes, I would highly recommend it. I know G's not going to, but it's one of those ones where, if you're into these type of movies, those movies where you've seen as a kid, that are, like, far out like these, they're not part of, like, the fucking Disney empire of, like, and I'm not saying Disney's bad, but it's like, you know, Disney kind of had a stranglehold on a lot of that shit. And I mean,
yeah, because they knew what they were doing, and in the 90s was the Disney Renaissance. That's where all the best Disney movies came out.
But, like, you're gonna be surprised to know who worked on this movie.
Nobody.
No.
I don't know. I don't fucking know many directors.
Well, the director is Manny Koto. I don't know what he's really done. He did Xenon. He did a lot of those Disney Channel movies. No, I thought someone else did it. Let me check. They made a prequel in comic book form. Oh. The directors was Manny Koto and well, when you Google it, it'll say Michael Bay. Even though I have my doubts.
What? Michael Bay did not do this movie.
You'll be surprised at what Michael Bay has done, just like George Lucas. George Lucas did Howard the fucking Duck. So, it's saying...
I know M. Night Shyamalan did some kind of kids movie too. Well, no, not a kids movie, but a family movie. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, like... I'm pretty sure on Rotten Tomatoes, what did this movie get? It's got 33%.
Out of 100, that's not much.
You gotta realize the movies on Rotten Tomatoes to get 100 have to be like jizz your pants. Good, like your favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life, has a 94%.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a flawless film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, what is it? I can't remember their top of all time, but it's like top movies of all time: Wizard of Oz, Citizen Kane, The Third Man, All About Eve, and lot of these things are, though, they're movies that critics love. The Godfather's at number 8. That's the most recent movie on there. Selma got 13.
I've never seen Selma.
E.T. is 17th.
I've also never seen E.T.
But yeah, like, it's very, Rotten Tomatoes is very, like, criticky, and there's a lot of genres where they're never gonna like. But, as I said...
Musicals get a bad rap.
What?
Musicals always get shitty ratings.
Yeah.
And horror films, they always have bad rap.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, as I said, I recommend it if you're into movies like this. We're gonna kind of stick to movies like this, even though not maybe the same exact genre, because this is like action, sci-fi, kids, family.
Yeah, I don't like sci-fi.
These are more like
action.
nostalgic gems from our childhood.
Yeah, there's a few that are in the queue. So.
Yeah, mostly porn, but.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Like.
No.
We got a lot of Ron Jeremy to watch. He's in 2,185 movies. Better get watching.
Shut up.
Dick like a thermos. But anyway, I don't know if we have a definitive for next week. Plus, I don't know, kind of like keeping it as a surprise. Kind of makes your butthole tighten up.
Just like a fucking gender reveal.
Like a what?
Like a gender reveal.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when people do that, when they have fucking babies and they don't tell you what they're having.
And then it
Fuck
just
you guys.
comes out. That's why you play the double zeros on the roulette wheel and guess hermaphrodite. Anyway, we'll keep it a surprise, but stay tuned. As always, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And until next time, stay classy.
Yeah.